by recruiting them, we mentored them to be the future leaders, to generate women empowerment. And NORDNET also arranged a visit for those female engineers to travel all the way to Reykjavik to attend the NORDNET conference. So we are grateful to Walter for that, for arranging the attendance of our female engineers to have a glimpse of where they can reach actually to create that dream. So we are grateful to NORDNET for that. And actually both the projects were allocated by 10-star CC under call for proposal, and actually it was under Asia Connect project, and we are grateful to 10-star CC for taking such timely decisions that they probably played the urgency of the project in the year 2018, so that when the pandemic came, we could offer our solution off the shelf. So as soon as the universities or educational higher education institutes got closed, we could offer it from whatever we had. We had the licenses, we immediately distributed, and that's why it could create the highest impact. If we had to procure it from Zoom, there was no question of getting this done in such a short amount of time. So this session is not for we people to talk. This session is more for we people to listen. The stakeholders of this project, the female engineers, they will talk about their experience, and the chief beneficiary of this project, the faculty engineers, faculty staff, faculty members, they will also express their what they could get out of this project. And last but not the least, I welcome you all. I can see the NREN representatives here, the APAN program committee members, also the Asia Connect steering committee members, the 10-star CC representatives, the faculty members, other dignitaries, and the NORDNET past and present officials. I welcome you all to this session, and if I inadvertently miss someone, please, I beg your apology. I didn't miss you. You are in the dignitaries. Douglas. So he's my special guest. I specially requested him to be here. And most importantly, the Honorable Chair, we are grateful to her because she agreed to be here and to chair this session, looking at the importance of this session and at a very short notice. So my special gratitude to Honorable Secretary Sri Pramila Bhattacharya. Now I am going to flip through a few slides to actually recapitulate your memory about the achievements of these two flagship projects. For some of you, it might be boring repetitions, but for few of others who are new to these two projects, they might get the idea what have been the impact of these two projects. It is taking time from going here to there. Okay, under this FDL UDCF project, 6 DLE programs were conducted, and you can see that total 2,912 participants joined in these 6 DLE programs. So I believe this is the largest number of capacity development that could be done or that were done in among all the projects that were allocated under Asia Connect. And it is not my credit, actually it is the credit of the visionary ideas of Nordunet, and we tried to put the impact in place because it is the modality which works. You cannot make 2,912 persons available in 6 daily programs by making it on-site. So that was a big achievement. And regarding the Zoom licensing, we had crisis. During pandemic, we had more faculty members, but we have less number of Zoom licenses. Even with benevolence of Rene, we could manage by lot, not as much as we demanded, as much as we asked for. So we developed a scheduler software, and that scheduler software took care of the faculty members. I won't go into the details of this software, but it is very ideal that the faculty members used to create their meeting in the scheduler box, and the scheduler box used the account to create the Zoom meeting. So that was the beauty, and we could increase the efficiency of Zoom users to almost 100%. Actually, with around 5,000 licenses, we could manage 15,000 faculty members. And probably this is the biggest impact. You can see that during the COVID period, March 20 to June 2021, there were 3 million classes conducted across the 5 beneficiary countries, and total number of participants being 127 million. And as I mentioned, that Belisac project came up to increase resiliency because we used on-prem Zoom account, so we needed more computing capacity. And for that, we initiated this project. So we built our server farm, but there were 6 beneficiary countries. Server farm were built in under 4 beneficiary countries: Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Bhutan, and Nepal. And the plan was, we included Laos and Cambodia with this project, and the plan was the computing capacity of these 4 beneficiary NRENs where the servers were installed will be used by Laos and Cambodian faculty members. So that was the exponent or example of computing capacity sharing within the ATAined network. And as I mentioned, that this project additionally took care of the female engineers, their empowerment, their leadership, and with the benevolence of Nordonet, we could make them travel all the way to Iceland, capital city of Iceland, to have a glimpse of the future leaders, future women leaders. Not only that, this project also includes the female interns, the capacity development of female interns, 2 interns per NREN. So there will be in total 10 interns under Nordonet sponsorship for a period of 6 months, and 5 interns for a period of 3 months for 4 NRENs, and that will be under the sponsorship of Asia Connect project. So 120 person month of internship. So there are a lot of acknowledgements that came up in international blog sites. We have the booklet, and probably it is distributed. You can have a view. 10-star CC has made a case study on it. There was ISOC article in the field stories. Then the articulate that also prescribed some, published some articles on the female engineers, Belisec female engineers. I'm not going into the details. That's all from my side, and I again welcome you all to the session, and hopefully you are going to enjoy the session. Thank you.
Now, I would request the representatives from the beneficiary countries to come forward to the podium and say a few words one by one. Mr. Karma Zamyang from Ukraine, please, could you come on stage to share your thoughts about the project?
Hi, I'm Karma Jamyang from Truk Research and Education Network, National REN of Bhutan. So I'm very happy to be here presenting about the lessons we learned, experienced uh, with regard to the two Asia Connect sub-granted projects, distance learning projects, Belisaj and FTLU GCF projects. So I'll briefly take you through to set the context basically. I will briefly present about Druk Research and Education Network, where are we, and also I will speak on the collaboration we have had with the Nordinet while implementing these distance learning projects. So this is the Druk Research and Education Network backbone that we have built in 2017. So we were present in only 10 districts. So we have 20 districts, and we were present only in 10 districts, and we connected the higher research and education institutions. So we had a total of 28 institutes back in 2017. And this is where we are right now. We have expanded the coverage of Druk Research and Education Network National Backbone to cover all 20 districts, and in the process connected 200 new agencies. So this was done in the span of 3 years during the COVID time. So we have built multiple 10 gig network, enhancing our high-speed national research and education network. So in terms of the connectivity, we connected 35 research and education institutions. We have 26 hospitals connected to our research and education network. And more importantly, we have also provided the high-speed connectivity to 92 schools, 191 schools. So in total, we have connected 251, and in 2019, we were just 28. So this was done all during the COVID time. So this is how the logical connectivity looks like. We interconnect with the National Bhutan Internet Exchange, where we interconnect with all the network operators, internet servers, and they host the CDNs, the cache servers, which they share through the Internet Exchange point with us. And we have also connected to Global Research and Education Network via National Knowledge Network in India. And that's how we have the international transit link. We have upgraded our international transit link from 1 gigabit per second to 5 gigabit per second. So also during the COVID time, we have also established the Drukren Data Center, a data center dedicated for the research and education community in Bhutan. So we have hosted learning management system, education management information system. This is where we have hosted the Zoom on-premise. We have been fortunate to have received one server through the Belisage project and installed, and we're using to provide the Zoom services. And there are other information management systems also hosted besides the networking services like NMS and all DNS services that we host. So this data center is a dedicated data center for the research and education community in Bhutan. So yeah, with regard to the NordNet collaboration, we started after Drukren was invited to attend the NordNet 2016 conference in Helsinki in September 2016. As you can see, you have Rene and most of the familiar faces, the NRENs, the emerging NREN representatives, were invited to attend the NordNet conference through this NordNet's emerging NREN program. So this distance learning projects, FDCF and Belisat projects are the Asia Connect sub-granted projects, which is basically financed by European Commission and the NRENs in Asia region. So NordNet also financed these two projects and provided technical assistance. So with regard to these distance learning projects, we have been able to introduce e-learning in Bhutan, which really helped us in terms of having this education, continued education during national lockdown during COVID-19 pandemic. And there was also business continuity plan because of the distance learning and also because of the Zoom on-premise licenses that we had access to through Nordnet. The Zoom meetings were used substantially to carry out trainings, workshops, and meetings in and also for teleconsultation, most importantly, because we have hospitals also connected to our network. They used Zoom licenses to carry out this telemedicine, especially teleconsultation. In the span of less than a little bit more than 2 years, we have had 670,000 Zoom meetings carried out. And after we provisioned the Zoom on-premise, till date, from September 2022, we have carried out 3,500 meetings so far using the on-premise Zoom licenses. Through this project also, we have recruited a female engineer and also the interns, the 2 interns from Nordnet and then the 5 interns from the Asia Connect project. So I just want to conclude my presentation with the message that these learning projects, these distance learning projects, especially the collaboration among the Nordnet beneficiary NRENs, co-applicants of the distance learning projects in Asia, and also Asia Connect project members, this is basically the testament to what we can achieve working together, and most importantly, this demonstrates the active collaboration in our small research and education community. So thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thanks for your views about the project. Dr. Bhushan Raj Shrestha from Android and the local host. I will request Dr. Bhushan to come to the stage and say a few words about the projects.
I'm going to present that the initiatives that what we have taken during the COVID-19 and how these the project that we just discussed have helped us to do all these things. NREN, what we did in during the COVID, I'm focusing more on the this lockdown period. We had a 4 months lockdown period in COVID, in the beginning of the COVID from March, I think 14. Then we supported like on-demand support in conducting video conferences and webinar services. So we supported in the training capacity building of the human resources to Zoom license, Zoom and conducting conferences and also the webinar services. And then we also provided Zoom licenses for NN member and institutions and education institutions. And we also develop and deployment of Nepal COVID-19 surveillance system. We have developed our on our one with the in cooperation with many other partners. And I'm just trying to show that how these all these initiatives have done and what is the impact that we had. Like this is just a graph that we have for 7 weeks graph. The lockdown was started in March 24, and March 24 lockdown started, and I have information up to 7 weeks, and you can see in the graph like how this is increasing. We had only 151 meetings in the first week of the lockdown. Then it went up to 1,722 meetings in 1 week, in week 6. So this is a trend that we have, and we had 263 users, and there are many requests, 600 plus requests within the 7 weeks. But during that time, we were limited with this Zoom license, but there were a lot of demands, and we had 4,000 total meetings within 7 weeks. And these are our partner universities and colleges who use this all these infrastructures. Uh, and within that 7 weeks period, we had 5,000 meeting hours, um, like 212,000 beneficiaries, and 212,000 participants participated within that 7 weeks. So these are the trend that we had. And the interesting thing is, even during this lockdown period, I mean, the different like institutions, even the students and researchers, all those people were involved in their, I mean, their daily activities online. So this is a very big achievement for us. And similarly, we had 52 webinars within that 7 weeks. 12,000 participants were involved. An interesting thing is here, like when you look at the topic of the webinars, like air quality of Kathmandu Valley, the impact of COVID-19. So there are so many activities were going on even during that time. I think the activities were when the lockdown was not there, because people were free that time, so they made a different kind of activities. These are few examples. So it's not only for the COVID-19 issue. There are many issues they discuss on. And uh, this is lockdown period in Nepal from March 14 to July 21. I have little few data, like total meetings we had 24,000 plus meetings we had during all these lockdown period, and 32,000 hours total times were used, and 1.5 million participants were there, and we had 100 plus webinars and 25K participants. So these are possible only due to all these infrastructure what we have. Currently, we have distributed 1,200 license Zoom license and 600 institutions all these infrastructure. Um, so these are the status now we have, and the good thing that we have is due to this COVID-19. We also had the opportunity to get the, I mean, infrastructure, to improve our infrastructure and capacity building things. So that is a very, great opportunity for us. And this is due to Asia Connect and Tain Star CC and Nodunet. There is very, Tarif has already mentioned that Nodunet had very, done a lot of her doing all these things. And we'd like to thank all. And also I'd like to thank Tarif. He's the leader of whole this project. So thank you. So that's all from my side.
Thanks for your analysis about the projects. Last but not the least, Dr. Charampol Chanshripinyo from Thailand who told with his visionary thoughts and ideas during the execution of FDLUDCF project. He was an active and omnipresent member. Dr. Charampol, please come on stage to share your views.
Yes. So, good afternoon. My name is Charampo Chansipinyo from Thailand. So, I would like to give a short presentation and say a few words about the projects that I have joined other partners in the first project. Okay, because there are two projects here. Okay. So, first, I would like to give a reminder about the projects that Thailand has participated, which is we started the project in 2018. That's before the COVID. Okay, and that's the kickoff of the project that I hosted in Thailand. Okay, and then after that we have another trainings, and also we try to set up the facilities for our communities. And I think this is in Sri Lanka. Okay, and then we went back. We also have our own workshop to train our users and also faculty members. But those are before the COVID-19. And in terms of the number of users at that time, it's still very small, less than 100. Okay, even we got a 1,000 license from NRENs. Okay, now come to the outbreak of the COVID-19. It started in December 2019, and this is the information that I got from the Wikipedia. Okay, so from that, we can see that in January, this is the first cases have been found in different countries, and I have captured this to see that in Thailand we also found the first case of COVID-19 in on 13th of January, okay, in 2020, and we also in Thailand there are some action and measure to respond to the COVID-19 during the times. So during the January in Thailand we start to do some screening of the passengers and some other activities. And you can see that in March, okay, the cabinet approved the plan to close all the school and university in Thailand. Okay, and that happened during the mid of semester or the academic term. So many things still ongoing, but have been suddenly stopped. Okay, even that all the department stores and also other business have been closed, and also there's a curfew also in April. Now, what happened with our research education network and school and university? Most of the university and schools have been closed during that times, and the situation is all of them are not prepared for the situations. What happened because it's during the semester. So that come to the challenge for the NRENs. So for Thailand, we have to find some tools or platform to support them for the online classes or distance learnings. So at that time, as I mentioned, most of the school and UC, they are not prepared for the situation. So we have to use what we have, okay? And this project help us a lot. As I mentioned before, during before that, we got 1,000 license, only less than 100 users or license have been allocated. But after the COVID breakout, what happened? 1,000, it shoot up, don't have enough Zoom license for the school university. Okay, in only one we don't have enough Zooms license for them. So as Chris also shows the way that manage, we also have to allocate some accounts as temporary accounts and do some skilling, but we do it manually, not the one like you do it as box as scheduler box. Okay, so we have to arrange the time for each faculty members or school who would like to use the account for their classes. Okay, so that is what happens during the COVID. And I just want to show the statistics of the Zoom's usage. You can see that October 19, December, that's the usage before the COVID. Okay, then become March and April. This is the number of meetings and the times that they use for online meeting classes during the COVID-19. It's come from less than 100 meetings, go up to how many? 8,000 meetings per month. Okay, and in terms of the times, that's the meeting days. It shoot up with height. Okay, that's the impact and the help of these projects for Thailand during the COVID-19 pandemic. So that's what I have shown, and would like to thank all the parties, Asia Connect, the partners, and especially NorENs who provide the facilities, the Zoom license for this project. So that's what I would like to share for this session. Thank you.
Thanks for your in-depth evaluation about the project of outcome of the projects. Now it's turn for the stakeholder of the female engineer who were recruited under Belisac project. 3 of the 5 recruited engineers will share their outcome from this project. First and foremost, I will ask Binita Kushumdamala to share her experience. She is the only female engineer who is present here on site.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm honored to be standing here today as one of the female engineers working on the Belisat project. I am Binita Kusumdamala, network engineer at NREN, and I'm here today to my experience and journey as a female engineer. So I would like to start from the beginning. I was a fresh graduate with no skills and experience, and finding a job was proving to be difficult for me. So I was filled with uncertainty to what to do next. So I did not want to waste my time and waiting for the opportunity. So I decided to enroll a master's degree in information and communication engineering and develop my skills by side. But during my studies, I came to know that NREN is seeking female candidate for the BASIC project. Then I thought that it would be the great opportunity for me to contribute to this meaningful project. Then I decided to apply for it. So after a few days, I got a call for the interview. And during interview, I was so hopeless and nervous too, as I was studying, and I thought that my college would give trouble this time too. Mm. It was a very fair process, and I was told that I will receive a call within 2 days if I get selected. But then I did not receive a call for a week. Then after a week, I received a call, and to my delight, I was selected, and I had to commit at least for a year. Thanks to all the top interview. So after joining NREN, during my initial months on the job, I struggled to connect with NREN staffs and express myself, as I am only the one female engineer employed at NREN. Everyone at NREN is very supportive, which has helped me to balance my work and college responsibilities, as balancing both college and work is not an easy task. So NREN has not only helped me to enhance my skills, but also helped me to grow both professionally and personally. So after joining NREN and the Belisac project, I had the opportunity to interact with 4 other females working on the Belisac project from different countries. We used to meet via Zoom through Zoom in our mentoring sessions. We used to share knowledge and collaborate in mentoring session.
And after months of online interaction, we had chance to meet in person in a NorthernNet conference at Iceland. And after this meeting, communication became more easier and we collaborated effectively. So some of the skills that I have developed after joining these projects are in Linux administration, storage configuration, software development parts, and virtualization, networking, and so on. I also got an opportunity to participate in SANOC, that is South Asia Network Operator Group, and NPNOC, which was recently held at Pokhara. This is Nepal Network Operator Group. So notable milestones. After the mission, I was given an opportunity to get involved as a resource person in the capacity development workshop for university engineers. This workshop was on on-premises server configuration and virtualization workshop. The workshop was conducted in NREN Secretariat and spent for 5 days. Uh, Getting involved in this workshop has helped me to develop my confidence and skills, which has helped me to reinforce my confidence in abilities. So as a part of this project, we also have internship program, and we have started our internship program. We have 7 female interns in this internship program. So I believe that this internship will be very beneficial for them in their future career. So looking forward, in Nepal, women are mostly underrepresented in ICT profession. They are often discouraged to pursue this career. One of the contributing factor, I think, is a lack of female role models and mentors in the ICT field in Nepal. So I am pretty sure that the BELISAC female interns and engineers can act as a role models and mentor to other women as well. So to solve this issue, I think there is a need of awareness program and training for school-aged females to encourage them in STEAM so that they can realize that the ICT career can prove to be beneficial for the growth in their career beyond school. So yeah, maybe the next Belly sector will come up with a strong gender project which helps to reduce existing gender and technology disparities in the region. Thank you.
Thanks, Vinita, for your wonderful presentation. Now, Miss Saima Hussain Faria, the female engineer from Bangladesh, will share her experience online.
Hello everyone, I'm Saima Faria, and I will be presenting on Belisac's activities and impact for Bangladesh. I joined Belisac on April 2022 as part of the project's Female Engineer Recruitment Program. And from July, there was a mentoring program conducted by VDREN for the 5 female engineers of 5 countries. On September, we went to the NorthernNet conference and met some of the industry leading people and learned a lot and made some wonderful memories. On November, we got our hands on the 2 servers that were allocated for BDREN under this project, and we allocated 5% of its resources to Laos. I'm sorry. And in this year's January, we conducted a capacity development program for NREN and university engineers under this Belisac project. And 10 university engineers joined us on that program. The program was on Zoom's on-prem deployment and its administration. For the internship program, we recruited 2 interns, 2 fresh female graduates for the Northern sponsored internship, and for the teen sponsored internship, we're still recruiting. And my personal experience with Belisac is that it gave me an opportunity when jobs for a female engineer in my country were really scarce, especially after COVID. Um, if you are a female engineer looking for engineering jobs, it was really difficult. I was almost unemployed for almost 2 years after COVID, and what projects like Belisac do, in my opinion, is that it creates a sort of a ripple effect in society. One female engineer will uh, coach a class of interns, and in time, these interns will create generation of industry aligned engineers. So it will, maybe it's not enough to actually change a society as a whole, but it will create a revolution in it, which is, I think, mainly goal of Belisac project. That is all for my presentation, everyone. Thank you.
Thanks, Saima Hussain, for your deliberation. We have also Mercy Ananda Kumar, the female engineer from Kenya, who is present online. Mercy, could you please highlight the benefit and challenges you encountered during your incumbency in this project?
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I'm here to share my experience with PetSec project. I'm Mercy Anand Kumar from Lanka Education and Research Network. I graduated from University of Peradeniya in 2021 with Bachelor of Degree in Electrical and Electronic Engineering. In early 2022, I started my career as an associate implementation engineer, but my passion for telecommunication and networking led me to join this project. Next, I will talk about the benefits and activities of mentoring session. To enhance the success of the mentoring session, many activities are implemented. First, develop a learning management system portal for this project, which help us to refer the training material at any time and conduct weekly training session. Mostly, we have 2 or 3 sessions per week. And after each training session, the engineers are assigned lab exercises and tasks to reinforce our learning, getting feedback from the female engineers to enhance the quality of the mentoring session. And we also provide individual demonstration of lab assignment to ensure we fully understand the concept. Under this mentoring session, I got the opportunity to develop my technical and personal skills. On technical side, I have learned Linux administration, basic networking, installation on sound controller and MMR, network monitoring, software development, and Zoom administration. Not only the technical skills, also the personal skills. I have learned how to coordinate in tasks and how to collaborate with others, like asking questions, sharing our ideas, and giving and receiving feedback from others. Female engineers, our other responsibilities are giving training to the female interns. For this, we have hired 2 female interns for the 6 months. For the 3 months, the process is ongoing. Next, capacity development for the intern engineers. We will conduct this workshop very soon. Currently, I am working on the training materials. In last year, September, we got a great opportunity to participate in a unit conference where I got a chance to learn more about other female engineers, and we met many wonderful people and visited some amazing places in Iceland. To capture these experiences, we made sure to take pictures with the people we met and the places we visited. With this Belzec project, I have received support and opportunities from Learn, such as I participated in a workshop and conference. I participated in a workshop that organized by Learn, and I work as a one of the instructor in Moodle site administration workshop. Finally, as a conclusion, there is always risk of future pandemic that could impact the stability of the education system. So this project online learning opportunities could help maintain stability and the continuity of the education system. And IT industry has historically seen a lower number of female participants. This project is addressing this issue by providing training and industry opportunities for the female engineers. So these Thanks, Mercy, for your impressive presentation and revelation of your expression. That's all about the feedback from the female engineers. We, on behalf of the sub-granted project team, would now declare the award of Instrumental Catalyst to the projects, and the award goes to none other than 10 Star CC for its active involvement in timely allocation and in facilitating successful execution of these two flagship projects. First of all, members of 10 Star CC who were involved in the project evaluation could speculate the necessity of this type of distance learning project ahead of time. Then, Teen Star CC played a critical role in the execution of the project by assigning the right person capable of taking the right decision at the right time. Moreover, the FDLU DCF project was extended 2 times, cater to the demand of the community who were getting immense benefits out of this project. The extension only added an additional activities without any increase in project cost due to the efficient use of financing. We requested Mr. Hyunchol Chong, the Honorable President of 10 Star CC, to be present. However, due to his urgency in flying back to Seoul last night, he has assigned Mr. Hochul Charles Shea, Head of Planning and Management Team of 10 Star CC, to receive this award. Mr. Charles, we want you to come on stage and say a few words to the audience.
Uh, Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the president of Tains RCC, I'm here. My name is Charles Che. This is my, I'm very honored to be here and would like to express special thanks to BDREN, CEO Howitt, and NODREN CEOs, and NREN representatives, and other my respect colleagues, including John. Since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, countless people have died, unfortunately, and the global economy was going down. The research community, like us, also have a very difficult time with the global recession, right? But despite such difficulties, we have developed Pain Network and performed approximately 100 sub-granted projects and related things. Among those, one of the best practice is probably the distance learn project, which collaborated with Bangladesh, Japan, Cambodia, Laos, Sri Lanka, and Nepal. The title of the project that will go down in history is Building a E-Learning Infrastructure in South Asian Countries under ATAined Network. That's the title of the sub-granted project. So during the pandemic period, approximately 113 million students from 6 countries were able to access 3 million online lectures over the ATAined network. That's cool, right? So I think this is a huge and super successful history. This is a successful story, not only in the Asia Connect project, but also in the global project, I think. Also, taking this opportunity, I'd like to thank Northern for providing 30,000 free Zoom Premier accounts for this project. Thank you. So I prepare 100 pages. Not the end, nevertheless. We, Thanks RCC, are preparing the next page of Asia Connect project. I think more exciting things are expected to happen in the next. So all of the NRENs interested are welcome to join us. We, the Thanks RCC, will faithfully perform our role as the project coordinator on behalf of the European Union and all of you. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Charles, for your insightful speech. Your statement is going to further motivate those who are involved with the project. There is a memento from the sub-grant project team and a very special gift from the BD of for the president of 10 Star CC. I will request you to accept the gift from the honorable chair.
The sub-granted project team would also like to honor Mr. Louis Yunho Choi, the Executive Officer of 10 Star CC, for facilitating the project team in its timely execution through his timed decisions and channeling the financing while it was needed. And as for Mr. Louis is not available on site, in his absence, may I request Mr. Dong Hoon from 10 Star CC to receive a memento being given by sub-grant project team from the Honorable Chair.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I am Luis Hyun Choi, Executive Officer of the 10 Star CC. And first of all, I'm very honored and grateful to have invited me to this event in the APAN55 conference period. It is my great pleasure to welcome message the NS activities during pandemic and attained resilience session today now. So it's a very fantastic and so well done, successful result we have got from variety activities in the Asia Connect corporate proposal series. Is very huge amount of benefit to our core and partners too. First of all, I'd like to express my warm welcome to just Tari, Dr. Tari, CEO, Bidran, and Dr. Rune, and ex-CEO in Nordnet, and Barter, Dr. Bart Nord from Nordnet 2, and especially our governor and some committee chair and Professor Francis Singhaden from Singapore, and Dr. Roshan Malan, Sri Lanka, and so many our partner and relation members in Asia Connect project, and some Jiang and Nordnet too. Is all valuable participants is very important community in our whole network collaboration parties. So special thank to Asia Connect project partner too for their effort and dedication to preparing today's session, and many contributed for our whole corporate proposal project from Asia Connect project too. So we already well know that during several years, over the 2 years maybe, our life has been totally changed due to pandemic. We have been forced to make distance each other, and also wearing the masks to keep our health and safety from each other. Is we cannot meet person to person in home or at our working area. Is a very dangerous situation. We have got the memory too. All physical meetings and events, this kind of today's meeting, were postponed and canceled too. However, the challenges could turn into opportunities on the other sides. Many of us have already demonstrated our value by providing and supporting network capacity based on technology and services to our society. For example, this kind of services and technology, e-learning and e-health, and information communication technologies like distance learning using digital conferencing. Just for example, we already using the Zoom software and some kind of the room like that. And this granted project, building e-learning infrastructure in South Asian countries on the attained network is one of the major activities in the Asia Connect corporate proposal series. Now is we already proceeding the fifth corporate proposal, and so additionally, such as the targeted corporate proposal, 2 and 4 beneficiary countries is ongoing on. The project has been reading advanced network during Asia Connect period by collaborating with many Asia Connect partners, countries, just via distance learning technologies and services. Look like that. And so I wish this kind of the project and activities can have stronger relational collaboration among the Asia Connect partners and other global partners, like in the NORDET and Jiang and some other regional network community, internet too, and so some Latin America connection too. Just more global collaboration needed to make the global R&D community for successful cooperation. Also, I believe that if we encourage each other and work together for a successful project, our future toward Asia Connect community and world core prosperity would be much brighter. Also, and finally, I wish all of you enjoy and have proper time during your stay in Nepal. And so just after this session, I recommend that you have to go to some sightseeing spot in Katmandu site. So just we know that Katmandu city is some regional sightseeing spot. Just is very fantastic. I know that. Thank you very much. And so enjoy today's session too. Thank you.
There is also a souvenir from BD Rain from Mr. Lewis. Mr. Dong, please accept that too.
Yeah, thank you.
Now we will listen from the faculty member who was one of the direct beneficiaries of the project. I would like to request Dr. Asita Bandarnaiki from University of Peradeniya, Sri Lanka to share his experience of using Zoom account and to say a few words about the outcome he received out of the project.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So I'll make it very quick because we are running out of time. Okay, so this is just to give you an outlook of the academic perspective of the benefits of this project. So I'm looking at it from two angles. One is the academic side. Like Roshan and myself, we have been involved in teacher training or staff development in terms of ICT used in education or blended learning for a long time. But we were very slow to see the benefits of that. So the other side of it is of course, the administrative side where we, for example, Roshan and I, we are from Hill Capital, where we had to drive down about 3 to 4 hours to the capital for a meeting of 1 hour meeting and drive back, wasting so many personal hours and fuel and contributing to climate change and everything. So we were looking at solutions to enhance blended learning, e-learning, as well as introducing efficient ways of providing meetings and all that. So this project if DLUDCAF couldn't have come at a better time, but still we were struggling with getting the traction, and even though none of us planned or expected or even prayed for COVID, I couldn't have come in a better time, right? And we could see the benefits of that. Not the benefit of COVID, but the effects of COVID. That how it helped to change the landscape. Now, when I'm looking at, we see the first, second, and third waves, and now what we are seeing is, as you saw in Charan Paul's and the other presentations, we are seeing a gradual increase across, and what we are seeing here is one, and we'll see a little bit later, the gradual adaptation in the universities and in the countries, right? Because it's people are not used to it, people are not ready with the technology that is needed, and the other side is like people are getting comfortable using the technology. So this is the biggest challenge that we had, and even that's the biggest challenge we have even at the moment. So because as you can see, as shown earlier, I mean, nobody was really using it at the beginning, but later, when you look at current statistics, now this is pre-COVID. Now we went through that, the four waves, and by the time we are out of COVID and we are back to normal, but what we are seeing at now is that still we are having about 30,000 meetings per month, even without any of the restrictions. So we are seeing like a significant paradigm shift in the mentality of people, not only a paradigm shift of the mentality, but also the comfortability level, right, of adapting to technology, using technology. So this is what I see. It has the biggest benefit that we have received, that will help us to move forward to what we were planning earlier, what we were trying to do earlier before COVID. One of the biggest silver linings of COVID is that we have managed to not only show the benefits of using technology, not only to the users, the academics, the students, but all to the administrators as well. That's one side. And also we have had a first conversion of people from the manual methods to technology, which we found it very hard to do before that one. But that's when you look at the summary statistics, it looks all rosy and looks good. But we also have to understand the differences. So this is actually a breakdown across the 17 state universities in Sri Lanka. So you see that the biggest universities, the major universities in and around Colombo and our university in Peradeniya, here we have the bigger university. They're doing well. They adapted very quickly to this change. But later, if you look at the smaller universities, you see some of the universities were able to pick up very quickly, and they're actually maintaining that, while some of the other universities are still not being able to come to that stage due to the technology not being available. They've not been able to still adapt to that level, right? And also they're not having the teacher training or the staff development to take the benefits of this one. So we're seeing a very projection of to go forward. We are seeing a lot of good things has happening due to the forced conversion and the introduction of technology. But also we have to recognize that there are significant challenges and opportunities that are there to go forward. So that's basically what I have to say. And also before winding up, I really want to thank NoDonate, Remy, Victor, and NoDonate team for providing this the licenses and supporting throughout Taurit and his BDRN team for coming up with this timely project, to support us all, help us all, and also to the Learn Network Manager, Mr. Herat, and their team who actually deployed this within 1 week on-prem and also got the ISPs to provide free data access, which made it possible for all the participants to join without data cost. So I'll finish my speech with that. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dr. Naik, for your views. Moving forward, view from another angle. Let us see how other NRENs assess the outcome of the project. We are honored to have among us Professor Francis Lee, who is a stalwart in APAN community. Professor Francis had been constantly monitoring a project and has shared a session in APAN 50 on the very outcome of the movement of NRENs during the pandemic. May we invite the Honorable Professor to say a few words as a third eye.
I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. It's one of the most impactful project. At first, when I look at the project, distance learning, that's all. But it's seeding it, and when the time came when it was needed, we are prepared to take it on and carry on the project. And I thought that was really, really good. I mean, Nordnet seeded the whole project. Without Nordnet coming in to seed that project, there would have been no project. The other thing it shows is the resilience and resourcefulness of humans. Torit, Roshan, Charapon, they say, hey, we got a problem. We have limited number of licenses. We got so many people to support. And they go about dealing with it. Human beings are very, very resourceful, and I have no words to express that. You did what Star Trek, you go where no man has been, and you conquer it. You conquer it. That challenge came and you took it on. We'll beat it. The next thing that we should think about is sustainability. We will never go back to a time where we will not use distance learning. And I thank Nordnet very much for all the support, but we have to be self-reliant. We have to be self-reliant. But please continue the license first, okay? But we must think ahead and become self-reliant because we will need resource moving forward so that education can carry on in our countries. And that's all I have. Okay.
Thanks, Honorable Professor, for your candid assessment about the project. Now, we will like to declare the name of few individuals for Nordnet who had their heart out for the project. One of them is Eric Kickenberg, who had been with the project from the very first day and with the project team member during all their pains and pleasure. He had been the chief technical advisor of the project and was a content source of inspiration for all the engineers and administrative staff. He visited a number of beneficiary countries to share his expertise with the local engineer and to develop the capacity of the local professor. On behalf of the project, we want to hand over a memento to him and on behalf of BDN a very special gift for this press minstrel.
We are not fortunate enough to get him here today due to his other engagement in Africa. However, we would like to invite Lars Fischer from Nordinet to come forward to receive the award from the Honorable Chair on Kickenberg's behalf. Also, there is a souvenir from BDN for Eric Kickenberg. Please receive that too.
The second individual award goes to Eric and Boss of Nordunet, who had been involved in the development of Belisag project. With all the expert guidance, he gave the Belisag project the right boost to help us moving forward. We express our heartiest gratitude to his renowned figure for his highest dedication and profound empathy for the benefit of the emerging NRENs. Again, we could not make him present here today on site, but he had been kind enough to share a video clips for the audience. Here go Eric and Boss.
In Northern Africa. Thank you, Torit, for allowing me to speak a few words for a recorded message in this session at APAN55. All those involved. Sometimes I get the question from colleagues and friends, why am I so adamant about working with emerging NRENs and their constituencies? Well, this is an easy question to answer. I think that it is important for each and every country around the world to cherish and support education, research, and innovation, as these elements help the country in general and their people in particular to overcome some of its greatest challenges, such as poverty, hunger, health issues, and threats from climate change. The NREN is extremely important for this. Moreover, the GREN, the Global Research and Education Network, is as strong as its weakest link. Therefore, I think it is of the highest importance that every country has a strong NREN. I am happy that Nordunet initiated the Emerging NREN program back in 2016, and that BDREN was one of the participants back then. And with my small contributions to projects like Belisag, I am thrilled to be part of this journey. The leadership of Torit I salute. Torit's never-ending energy and desire to push the project forward is second to none. It has been a delight and true honor to work with Torit and with BDREN and to play my small role in the project at hand. I wish the participants of Belisag all the best towards the finish line of the project, as the female engineers at the NRENs involved. I wish you all a great session right now and an awesome APAN55 in beautiful Kathmandu. And I hope to meet you in person anytime soon at an event wherever in the world. All the best and thank you.
Thanks, Eric Jan. We are going to miss you as you are no more a full-time staff of Nordonet. We are going to send a plaque awarded by the sub-project team and a special gift from BDN to you.
Moving on, the declaration of Booster Performer Award, one from each NREN. Booster Performer Award from Bangladesh, Ajam Mohidul Islam, from development of B-session application, which give BDREN a huge relief and allowed it BDREN to manage the soaring demand from faculty member with limited amount of June license. He is present online. Mr. Mohidul, could you please introduce yourself to the audience? Here goes the memento BDN will hand over by organizing a local session at BDN office. Let's give Mr. Mohidul a huge round of applause.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I am H.M. Mohidul Islam. I am from Bangladesh. I am very much glad to get such an appreciation from this session. Well, we all know that it was a very tough time during the COVID period. The whole world got struck as well as the education sector of Bangladesh. From the beginning of 2020, a digital transformation was required for a smooth operation in the education sector. In Bangladesh, there have almost 30,000 plus faculty member and above 1 core university level student. So it was a very tough challenge to support online education with the limited resource we got from Asia Connect and Nordonet. On behalf of BDRN, I had to come up with a solution to make the maximum uses of our limited resources. Alhamdulillah, I did what I had to do. I did what I needed to do. With our solution, we hosted above 1 million online classes in the very first year of COVID. We supported above 100 plus universities, and later we extended to few more countries. I want to mention few more names for those who have a significant contribution for making that solution a successful one. Those are Mohammad Touris sir, CEO of BDRN, who was the master planner of that solution. Tanvir Ahmed Tuhin Sarkar, Senior Network Operation Officer of University of Dhaka, who helped to maintain all the server-related tasks. Next, I want to thank GM Salman Mahabub, the network engineer of BDRN, for troubleshooting many crucial issue of the system. And next, I want to thank all the
Thank you, Mr. Mohidul. May we invite Mr. Karma Zamyang to receive the Booster Performer Award on behalf of Jukren Team, GovTech Agency, Rural Government of Bhutan. The award is conferred for the teams making remarkable contributions through providing excellent support to the Jukren community and making the FDLUDCF project a successful one. Let's put our hands together for Jukren Team, who is Booster Performer Award winner on behalf of Bhutan. Mr. Karma, would you please come forward to receive the award from the chair?
Now it is the turn of NREN, the host country and one of the beneficiaries in both FDLUDCF project. We would like to announce the name of Mr. Nirajan Parajuli in recognition of his noteworthy contribution in Project Zoom administration, on-prem Zoom server configuration, and associate support service for faculty member under the coverage of Nepal Research and Education Network, and thus making the FDLUDCF and Bedishak project successful. The sub-granted project team express its heartfelt gratitude for your untiring effort in bringing satisfaction and comfort for the education and research community in Nepal. Let's give him a, let's give Mr. Nirajan a big round of applause.
May we invite Natanakit Potsotukan from Thailand in recognition of his outstanding contribution in providing support services and training to the user in Thai research and education community under the project. The sub-granted project team expresses its profound gratitude for helping the project in achieving its objectives and for bringing comfort for the Thailand community. Let's put our hands together for Mr. Natanakit. He is present online and I would request him to introduce himself and say hello to the audience. May I request Dr. Charimpol to come forward to receive the award on behalf of Natanakit from the Honorable Chair. Let's put our hands together for him.
Last but not the least in the booster performance category, and the award goes to Sini V. Herat of LON in recognition outstanding contribution to the implementation of the on-prem Zoom application in Learn, federate services with Zoom application in Learn, and to work as a resource person in the FDLUDCF projects. Let's give him a big round of applause. Mr. Hart is present online today, and I would like to request him to introduce himself to audience and request Damaki Lalanath of Learn to take the award of Art behalf.
Hello, Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is honor to present in this event organized by Mr. Tariq Biliran. Thanks to Tariq for inviting me, and also thanks to the Tariq and Biliran for this amazing project. It gave a lot of benefit to the Asian communities and friends. Also, I am very happy to support community in various ways as a resource person in some of the events as well. So again, I must thank the moderator and the 10 Star CC providing various level of facilities to get this project success. So at the same time, I have to mention that so we as Mr. Francis mentioned, so we have to self-sustain at some time in future. So I request Mr. Taurik or uh, some other team who can get the responsibility of, especially what we need is we need to empathize, we need to highlight the need of self-sustainability in these projects, having this facility for the faculties in future. So that is mainly we have to guide, we have to educate our managements, senior managements, how we should self-sustain. So that has to be actually initiated from as a part of this project. So that is going to be very useful because it is very hard for us to, in our level, convince this type of things to the higher management. So if we can, Taurik, TNCC, and Nodonate all together can initiate some sort of events or sessions targeting the entrance top management, elaborating the need of this having this in future as well by self-sustaining and then themselves. So that is the message I want to express in this regard. So thank you very much for everybody for this amazing project. Thank you.
Now comes one of the two grand awards. First of all, Hall of Fame 2021 award. And the award goes to Rennie Buck, undoubtedly the most deserving candidate for the award. There is no way we can present his contributions in short.
We had many things to talk about this maestro, but due to shortage of time, we are cutting short out a statement. Better to hear from him.
Could you come to the stage to receive a special letter of appreciation signed by the chair of Asia Connect Steering Committee, receive the memento on behalf of the sub-granted project team, and a special souvenir from BDV? This is a type of embroidered quilt which is centuries old Bengali art tradition and is a very special craft work in Bangladesh called Nakshi Katha.
Mis- Mr. Rennie Boss, please. Mr. Rennie Boss, please don't deprive the audience from your verses. We always motivate the emerging entrants and taught them to look deeper and further.
I know we are pressed for time, but I'd like to say just 30 seconds of your breaking that sentence. I'm deeply honored and grateful for receiving this recognition. Initial goals for Northern for the emerging environment program was straightforward by facilitating knowledge transfer, national and regional empowerment, personal networking between the participants, and last but not least, a bit of push for gender equality to demonstrate what women in ICT actually is a tremendous assets for both the organization. Hearing about the achievements today, I can only be impressed. But this is teamwork. It's not just me, not just Igmore, not just Morgan. Special thanks to Tariq, to Roshan, Kana, to Shan, Shamifol, because they're all behind, and the team behind them other reasons why we've been so successful. I think I will, if people want, I will happy to contribute to this continually because I think we still have a lot of challenges in front of you. Further expansion of the email engineering project, both in the organization and in the industry. I think we need to look at management training. I've heard that several people here during this conference. Look at strategy development, how we take this next steps. And last but not least, sustainability. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Thanks, Mr. Inbox, for your insightful and motivating speech.
Now, the most fascinating award to be conferred to Nordnet as the facilitator for Emerging NREN 2021. The beneficiary NRENs don't know how to express their deepest gratitude to Nordnet. First of all, it was a visionary idea to start the project which could prepare all the participating NRENs ahead of time to understand the concept of distance learning as well as its real-time implementation and uses. Then, it was an expression of sheer empathy from Nordnet's highest authority to allow the beneficiary NRENs to use the Zoom license in production mode, which was outside the purview of the deal. The beneficiary countries must express their tributes to Nordnet for the patience and tolerance exhibited by Nordnet Authority while the deluge of traffic flooded Nordnet data center. The sub-granted project team appreciates the generosity of Nordnet in time-to-time expansion of the number of Zoom licenses whenever it was asked for by the beneficiary NRENs. The project team has no reservation in saying that it was Nordnet who could fulfill the mandate of Asia Connect project to establishment of the beneficiary NRENs in their respective community. The magnanimity extended by Nordnet could help all these NRENs stamp their footprints in the local community for which they had been long craving. Lastly, we do appreciate the benevolence of Nordnet in coming up with significant financing for our project named Building E-Learning Infrastructure in South Asian Countries on the theme, which involves activities concerning not only the continuation of facilitating online education, but also development of the capacity of female engineers and students in the community. May we request Mr. Walter North to come forward to receive the award of the Facilitator for Emerging NREN 2021 to be conferred by the sub-granted project team. Please receive the award from Honorable Chair.
We will request Mr. Balter to speak a few words to the audience about the vision of Nordnet in helping the emerging NRENs in coming days and his feelings today in receiving the award.
Thank you all. I am deeply touched and deeply moved by the recognition and all the hard work that has gone into making this a reality. As Renee mentioned, and as others have mentioned, this is a teamwork. There has been a lot of work that has been put in by all the NRENs in the region as well. I prepared a few slides. While they are coming online, I would like to emphasize one thing that has been mentioned, and together we become stronger. Together we are solving problems that first may seem like something that is impossible to solve. But when we have experience from others, somehow I become more clever. I become smarter when I can sit down with other people and say, I have this challenge. I am working on this. I don't know how to solve this. What is your view? What is your experiences in this? So it was mentioned, and Nordnet, we have been a instigator. We have putting in ideas and some resources. And there is a way forward. There is a future also. And what does the future look like when it comes to distance-based learning? Before going to that, distance-based learning for me is much more than distance-based learning. Distance-based learning is a digital transformation in the research and education space that we are seeing. We have been talking about the crazy times during COVID, the immense use of video conference tools. Zoom is one of them. And we are seeing a new normal. We are seeing numbers that we didn't see before the pandemics. We are seeing people meeting in a Zoom meeting, in a virtual meeting, that are on campus, because it's more efficient to take a virtual meeting. Colleague, you take a quick meeting, you can more efficient talk through things, you can look at the screen together. And this is here to stay. And why has that happened? And as Ashati mentioned earlier, thanks to or due to COVID, we were forced into changing our behaviors. And this is for me it's a big opportunity looking into the future. How do we want to take this forward? And here in the research and education space, there is for me a natural place for NRENs, National Research and Education Networks, together with a Nepalese research and network, NREN, to move this forward. The coordination in this space that has happened during COVID has been incredible, and we have achieved things that we didn't believe possible. But there are challenges ahead, and if we continue in this, working together, doing coordination, and a challenge to the respective countries also, and all countries are organized differently, how do we benefit from this in the future? I want to mention a few words about Nordnet. So Nordnet is much more than one organization. There are 5 countries in the Nordics behind Nordnet. RHNet from Iceland, CSE from Finland, SICT from Norway, DIKE from Denmark, SUNET from Sweden. CSE alone is more than 600 people. They take care of education and research questions for Finland. SICT for Norway, more than 350, growing to 400 people. SUNET, DIKE, over 100 people together. So it's a huge community that are also facing exactly the same challenges. How do we transform education and research in the Nordic countries? Quick picture from the Reykjavik conference. A lot of them has been mentioned. This is one of my board members, Gitte from DIKE, together with the engineers that were visiting in Reykjavik. This was mentioned before, again, the new normal. We are seeing that after the summer of 2022, we expected Zoom usage to go down in the Nordics. That never happened. It's still around 30,000 users on a daily basis. So my emphasis and my moving forward again is, what are the things that can be done both on a national level within each country and on a regional level? What are the collaborations that are benefiting the NRENs and the research and education space? And looking at it truly from the perspective of the universities that are the recipients of the services that we as NRENs are providing, what can we do to make universities successful and benefit from future collaborations? I'm very honored to be here. On behalf of all of Nordnet, I want to say thank you, all the staff inside Nordnet that has contributed very hard to this. I want to say thank you to René for his leadership in the previous years. And I want to say again, thank you to Taurit and all the others.
Thank you, Madam Secretary, for having us here today. So I want to say thank you and looking forward to future collaborations in
Thank you, Mr. Walter. Now we would like to introduce you a well-known figure in the community, Professor Roshan Regal, CEO, Learn. He will brief his speculation about the future challenges and probable remedies in moving forward from here. Learn is one of the beneficiaries of both the FDLU DCF and BailSAC project. As such, Professor Regal is a witness of the challenges that were faced during the execution of the previous project and implementation of the ongoing BailSAC project. We wish he will give the audience a roadmap on moving ahead. This will not only be beneficial for the NRENs who are directly involved with the project, but also for other NRENs in getting involved with similar projects in future so that they can prepare themselves for the time ahead.
Thank you, everyone. The very first challenge I have is to finish this meeting very quickly. Uh, so, very much for being here, and uh, we have already discussed about the future and all that. I just have 3 points to make. One, how do you sustain what you are doing right now? So, sustainability of the current project or current projects we are doing, and therefore we expect the support from all the partners, contributors, everyone to sustain this. The second one, how do we go forward? What we can do more, like the digital transformation. How do we take distance learning to the next step? Things like countries like this where we are talking about virtual universities. How do we use platform like MOOC platforms, or where we can go to the mass and things like that. So the future, that's the second. And the third one is I just wanted to invite all the other NRENs, emerging entrants who are in the region, who are not part of the project right now, to talk to us and join us, and we can make a bigger difference, not just in 5 countries, but all the countries in the region who are emerging. So those are the 3 just points I have, and in the interest of time, I'll stop here. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Professor Regal, for your well-thought speech. Now, we will request the Honorable Chair to deliver her valuable speech.
Thank you, distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues and friends. It is my pleasure and honor to be here with you all today. At the outset, I congratulate all the awardees for getting recognition of their wonderful efforts in turning 2 of the flagship projects awarded by Asia Connect in achieving their desired objectives. I would also like to extend my thanks to Asia Connect project and the 10 Corporation Center 10 Star CC for its timeliness in awarding the project. To my opinion, the first project that was facilitating distant learning using digital conferencing facility could reveal all its power and resources at the stroke of the pandemic, when all the higher education institutes in almost all the beneficiary countries were declared closed, and the delivery of online lectures became the new normal to continue seamless education. This not only enabled the educational institute to move forward, but also helped the nation through instilling new hopes into the younger generation and stopping the latter from getting utterly frustrated and inspiring them to move forward. From the presentations of the achievements, I do understand that all the beneficiaries countries have used the resources at optimum level. I would like to congratulate all the NRENs for their tireless efforts made during the pandemic. Zoom licenses allocated to Nepal has helped us greatly, not only the education communities, but also the hospitals and the laboratory when the pandemic was in its peak. Thanks to Nodunate for financing the Zoom licenses, which I believe to be the heart of the project. It was nice to know that Nodunate could help Asia Connect project in achieving its goal in establishing the NRENs of the least developed and developing economies to make an indelible footprint in the RNE community. I express my heartiest gratefulness to the Nodunate again. Also, it was reported that Bidiren allowed its data center hardware to be shared with Nepal REN, which has been a unique example of resource sharing in this community. All these advantages could be resulted from the courtesy of the FDLU DCF project and the wonderful cooperation among the participating countries. I have also been reported that the hardware crunching problem of NREN is going to be partially resolved by the procurement of the server under Belisag project. And now Laos and Cambodia are also entitled to take benefits out of the servers that are going to be procured under Belisag project. On behalf of the beneficial countries, thanks again to the Asia Connect for awarding such a follow-up flagship project. Moreover, it was really amazing to see the performing female engineers recruited under the sponsorship of Nordnet. I am really impressed with their presentations, and I hope that this endeavor of Nordnet should not stop here. Now it has become the responsibility of the responsive NRENs to carry it forward and to show it as an example of other countries to follow. Finally, big thanks to the organizers for organizing such a pertinent session and giving me the opportunity to be a part of it. Thanks to Nordnet for their benevolence and magnanimity. I hope NRENs of other developed countries should follow their footsteps, as one of the speakers in the video presentation has already mentioned that the development of the emerging NRENs is mandatory for the advancement of the global REN. I hope we all can move forward with our hand in hand. Thank you all for being with me. Thank you all.
Thanks, Honorable Chair, for sparing your valuable time to be present here to grace this occasion. We have a special gift from BDRN for the Chair, and I would request Principal Investigator of FDLUDCF and Belisac Project to hand over the gift to Honorable Chair.
Thanks to all of you, both online and on-site, for your presence and to make the session successful and to make the awardees honor. Ladies and gentlemen, that conclude our session today. We wish to meet you again in the next APAN with our further achievements and progress. Till then, goodbye. Wish you all enjoy rest of the event. Thank you.